Ladies and gentlemen, I have another friend's PC in here that is ready for a cleaning and for a bit of an upgrade. So, I think I'm going to honestly turn this into a series. Maybe we'll call this like PC restorations or something like that. But anyways, this will be episode 2. In the previous one, I took my one friend's Ryzen 5 2600 and GTX 1066 gig PC, and I turned it into something that looks so much better. And now I'm going to be doing it the same with this Ryzen 7 2700 and a GTX 1050 Ti PC. So without further ado, let's go over what we got in here, and then I'll talk about the upgrades. So for the PC that we have right in front of me, we have a Ryzen 7 2700 underneath this CPU cooler. It is the non-X 2700, which is a bit interesting. We have 12 gigs of DDR4. It's running at 2400 megahertz. So I told him that this is definitely kneecapping your CPU by a good amount. For the motherboard, we have a Gigabyte A320M, and this isn't even like a DS3H board. It's pretty much a bottom of the barrel A320 board, but I guess it did alright for handling the 2700 because it's been going like this for 2 or 3 years. For the GPU, we have a Gigabyte 1050 Ti. Still a decent GPU, but he does want to upgrade in the future once prices start going down, so he's not really too much of a hurry to upgrade this, so that's why he's willing to wait until prices go back to normal. For the power supply, we have an EVGA 400 watt N1. This isn't even 80 plus rated at all. It's just pretty much the worst EVGA power supply you can buy, and it's been going strong for like 2 or 3 years, and it's probably the lowest wattage you'd want to go for this combo right here. But the fact that it's been going strong for this long ain't too bad at all. And then for the storage, we have I believe this is a 1 terabyte. Yeah, got a 1 terabyte WD Blue hard drive, and then down here, I'm not even sure what's going on here, but have I believe it's a 240 gig SanDisk SSD, which is the same SSD that I'm using as my game drive in my PC, so that's kind of neat. Now for the case, I'm not entirely sure what the name of it is. I think it's like the Corsair like 110R or something like that, but he added in some red LED fans, and they're all orientated the wrong way. Like this is wrong. These are fine actually, and then these are wrong as well. So this is set to blow out air from the front. This one is set to, I guess the way he set it up was suck in air from the back and then exhaust it from the top and the front. Not really the best way to do it, but that's okay. So now that I've shown you what PC we're going to be dissecting today, let me go ahead and show you what upgrades we're going to be doing to it. Alright, so these are going to be the upgrades that we do to this system after I clean it. I am going to be doing more than just these 2 things to it, but let's talk about them anyway. So for the case, we have the Montech Flyer here. Very nice case for just 27 bucks I paid for it. And I also installed these 4 iGo, I think is what they're called. These 4 RGB fans here are pretty good looking actually. I'll show a video of it now. But so I got this case for a good price. These fans, I'm a little embarrassed to say how much I paid for them because I definitely overpaid, but it's a long story anyways. And since the build that we're going to be dissecting has a micro ATX motherboard, it'll fit very nicely inside this little Montech Flyer case. And then for the power supply, we're going to be upgrading from the EVGA 400 N1 to the EVGA 600 W1, so we at least get 80 plus efficiency, and this will definitely be a upgrade over the 400 N1. Not the greatest power supply either, but this is literally all I have left. I'm starting to run pretty low in inventory. I do have a Corsair CX550M I was going to use originally, but it doesn't have enough SATA connections to run all of the fans and all of the storage drives that he has, so can't use that one unfortunately. So without further ado, let's go ahead and remove the upgrades off of the table, and let's start dissecting and cleaning the PC. I still don't have a tripod, so I am going to have to compromise a little bit here somehow, so just bear with me. Also, look how good my computer looks. Alright, I got everything out, and I'm definitely going to have to pay more attention to cleaning these components, because on the previous episode, most of the dirt was actually just stuck to the case, and none of the parts actually were that dirty. Just need a quick wipe down. But these ones definitely need some attention. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to take everything out here. The power supply I'm probably not going to open just because I generally don't like opening those. So I'll probably just wipe off this fan grill here and then give all these a quick wipe, take this cooler off and clean the heatsink underneath of it, which you can probably see is pretty gross. Wipe down the motherboard and then we can put it all into the new case. So let's do that. I hate when this happens. Alright, so I have everything wiped out and pretty much ready to go into the new case. I'm not sure why I cleaned this thing because I'm probably never going to use it. I don't know, maybe I'll just like give it away or something. But anyways, so everything's ready to go into the new case. I am going to just put the old RAM back in until the new RAM comes in. Yeah, so let's go ahead and rebuild this PC. Guys, we now have what looks like a brand new gaming PC. Hopefully my friend enjoys the new case and the RGB fans. I think the RGB fans look the best when they're set to red to match the red LED on the CPU cooler. So just to recap of the upgrades that I did, I swapped over his case from the Corsair 110R or something like that over to the Montech Flyer. I swapped out his 12 gigs of 2400 megahertz RAM for 16 gigs of 3200 megahertz RAM, and I swapped out the beautiful EVGA 400N1. And I swapped out the beautiful EVGA 400N1 with an EVGA 600W1, which is a 600 watt 80 plus white power supply. So at least now that they have an 80 plus efficiency PSU, and the 400N1 doesn't have 80 plus efficiency at all actually, and they have an extra 200 watts in case they want to upgrade their GPU or anything else in the future. Now as for the old case, I did clean it up the best I could, and I sold this cheap $10 kit of RGB fans, so now I can use this case for another build because of the clear side panel it has and the RGB fans. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'll see you in the next one.